Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, we are starting it off with Dixie on the daily time frame. You are under the 103.75 that we were talking about for the last 3-4 days, and we are actually opening underneath it and looking for impulse straight down. Today, where we close matters. If we close underneath 103.70, I will be looking for the rest of the week for it to come into that 103.20 level, and if we lose that level, then we can look for some continuation of upside on Bitcoin ETH. But if we find support here and then look to retake out the high again at 103.75, then be aware that this inverse head and shoulder is very, 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 very possible that it can start playing out on Dixie. And what I mean by that is if you look at it like this, okay, this to me was the downtrend pivot on a higher low for continuation up. And this little fake out head and shoulder over here, whatever, whenever, as long as you do a break underneath the blue line, will give you one of these things. The straight leg up. Now, what will the governments be doing and what are the central banks doing for a reaction like this to occur? I don't know. But that's something that in March, I think 19 is the next FOMC meeting. So, I mean, we got about 30 days to figure that out. And like this inverse head and shoulder, like I said, is not something guaranteed. But if this plays out, just know that that's where we're going to be looking for the local top. And then on Bitcoin and ETH, I mean, when it comes to this level, and then if it breaks it, we could look for continuation. But if it can't break it and we see it test back in the consolidation to 103.75 or higher, then we'll know that, hey, this can take out this high here, and we could look for continuation straight on out of here. And that will basically start that grind down on Bitcoin and ETH. Just know that we're basically very, very near the low on the daily here on Dixie. Okay, that's all we need to care about. Now let me go to Bitcoin. Turn up Discord. Cool. All right, so now Bitcoin on a daily. Bitcoin. Now, yesterday we were looking at our resistance at like 54,000. What was it? Right here, 54,760. Today, as long as we close above it, that's good because our resistance now is turned into support, and we can look for the next level to hit on our fib target, which is what is that 60,190. So a swing failure pattern around 60,000 is a possibility for that next level. When we get there, we have to see the reaction. We are in bullish control zone. So at this point, after today's daily close, if we close like this, I'm looking for this continuation into the week, like midweek. So tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow we can see how high we go and look for midweek reversal. So just keep that in mind. The volume is legit. I am not trying to fade this move, nor am I trying to short it. Here on a 4-hour time frame, quick look, you are in bullish control zone just now crossing out. So a quick move down is possible, but unless you have a 4-hour open and close underneath 54,700, I am not looking for downside. 54,700 area is decent support for a continuation bounce right back up to that 60,000 area into the end of the week. Okay, and then we can see where we put in a top tomorrow and look for a pullback if we get it. Okay, right now, heck no, I am not looking for a local top. All right, now let's go talk about E. And as we're coming into this local top talk, please refer back to what the fuck I just said in the beginning of the video about Dixie. Okay, it is extremely important that you understand what's going on with the central banks, what's going on with interest rates, what is going on behind the scenes that would cause Dixie to make a move outside of that consolidation range. And whatever it's doing outside of that range, if it's going to go to the downside or to the upside, that is going to be putting in either our local top on Bitcoin if that stuff puts its bottom. If Dixie finds its bottom around 370, this is going to be our local top that we've been waiting for. And all these doodles have been there. Nothing has changed. You guys have seen this in the last few videos. Go look at it. We were looking for this resistance. If this broke, we were looking for the head to come into this $3,500 area. $3,000 was never any bullshit to me at all, but 3,200 was. 3,200 now is support until you close a 4 hour underneath 3,200. I'm not even looking for 3,000 as a long scalp area right now. Okay, you're in bullet control zone on a daily, so there's no freaking way I'm looking for a top until daily close. Okay, going to the 4 hour time frame, volume is slowing down. You are putting in a bearish divergence on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, but I am not going to try to short this here on this candle due to the fact that it is into New York open and you have daily looking good for upside continuation. I am not trying to do anything until I see the daily candle close, because trying to guess what New York's going to do is not where my bread and butter is at. It's going to be the reaction after it taps a certain level. So if I was short here, like I had on Bitcoin and ETH, like I would have had the stop loss maybe a percent or two above that level, took in that loss, waited for this consolidation to break down before I shorted again. I need to see a breakdown, test, and then for that short, I would be shorting. If you're doing this flirting of triangle consolidation nonsense on top of my dotted red line over here about 3,200, the EMA is this red line, that means that it's still bullish and looking for continuation to the upside. So just that's my warning to you right there, okay? Aside from that, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next one. Please trade safe, carefully. If you are interested in trading with me live, join the Discord server. The server's link is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend. That helps this channel grow. So thank you so much, especially to you annual members, Cut Corners, Russ, RC. Thank you guys so much for your support. I like telling you guys, especially you, Cut. You've been here like 2 years with me, so we've been through the grind. The TA is finally playing and paying off. I hope you guys are taking some profits as do needed. Keep in mind what we're doing with our altcoin bag portfolio for next year. Like the goal is to trade with leverage only to protect our spot positions, because we're going to keep these positions long term and we're going to let them continually pay us back with interest, knowing that all these altcoins, okay, about 90% of these altcoins will lose 90% of their value as we put in the tops in this bull run. So if you do not know how to manage your portfolio and take profits and rotate them into assets to hold your profit, like, you're gonna feel the pain, because you're gonna make all this money, you're gonna give it back just as fast, and you're gonna burn yourself trying to chase those gains that you lost, going like, oh, I'll just DCA, DCA, DCA. Please don't just DCA until death. Have levels where you're like, okay, under this level, I need to be patient for a daily close or something. Because if you're just DCAing until death, I mean, you're not going to trade very long. And you can see that just over yesterday to today. I mean, I was talking about Pyth. Pyth went up 40% yesterday from what I bought. Then I told you guys after I got my allocation in Pyth, I'm going to buy Chihuahua coin. Chihuahua's up 30% today. So I already am up 30-40% of my spot that I just added it in the last 2 weeks. Like, I wasn't expecting to make 30% gains on that kind of, because I'm buying spot. So I'm buying big chunks in spot, no leverage. And I'm making 15% interest on these coins while I sit. So now these coins, while I was sitting, were giving me interest for the last 2 weeks. Now even the interest is up 30-40%. So why would I ever cash out of the golden goose that's laying the golden egg? Just take the interest and the dividends, cash that out, ROI, reinvest it into something else if you want, or just take your original investment back out into cash and let this thing just keep printing like the Fed prints money every time they need some money. Just go to your wallet, withdraw your interest, and live your life. If you're making like $50 a month, that's a good start for you to like add more money and get that to like $500 a month. And then, there's people making $5,000 a month, 50,000 a month just off of the coins that they've accumulated and are holding long term. They're not trying to trade. They're just loaning out their Bitcoin and ETH and getting interest payments, or they're in another project and getting airdrops like Atom, Celestia, Solana. Those are just to name a few. And if you guys are interested in that kind of portfolio kind of stuff, feel free to join the Discord server where I'm going over all of these options of how to make money in the bull run without pulling your hair out on high leverage and, just getting liquidated. At least on this, if you lost to the wrong side, like say if we were short and Bitcoin went up 30%, first of all, why are you shorting an uptrend? Okay, where's your weakness where you're shorting? And if you're shorting, where's your stop loss? Because if you're going to take a 30% loss in a short, I mean, damn. That's why you don't short crypto unless you know what you're doing, because crypto can go up infinitely and your short is going to take away all your money unless you have a stop loss. So be careful when you're shorting assets like Bitcoin and ETH because they are deflationary assets. Okay, it's a limited supply. You can't print more. So, all right, well, take that for what it is. You can see the new 4-hour candle put in a little bit of weakness at this